Foul grifting has long drawn the ire of NBA fans. I'm talking about an offensive play where the goal of the play, success or failure, is determined not by putting the ball in the basket, but by hearing the whistle blow, and oftentimes under dubious circumstances. Even when you hear the term foul grifting, I'm sure certain players come to mind. We think of James Harden and Trae Young, who a few years ago were so shameless in their foul grifting that the NBA actually had to change the rules in order to mitigate the embarrassment that they were inflicting upon the league, doing things like hooking defenders' arms and throwing their arms under them in order to get a foul call. That's the kind of stuff. Trae Young veering off course to find a defensive player to run into and fall down. Those are the kinds of shenanigans that we're talking about. Lakers guard Austin Reeves is often known as a foul grifter. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander may be MVP this year, but he is very quickly developing a reputation for his foul grifting ways. Joel Embiid is about as floppy as they come when he's healthy. But who actually gets the biggest benefit of the whistle in today's NBA in terms of their point production? Well, it's not any of the players that I just named. I think the answer might surprise you. I'm Trevor Lane. This is the Basketball Bulletin. Make sure you subscribe right here to the channel and turn on those notifications as well. All right, so the number one player in the NBA to benefit from free throw attempts in terms of who gets the biggest percentage of their point total from free throws, it's not Steph Curry. It's not Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's not Giannis Antetokounmpo, who actually leads the NBA in free throw attempts per game. It's not Austin Reeves. It's not LeBron James. It's not Trae Young. It's not even James Harden, who is reviled for his flopping ways. No, it is Warriors star, not Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is averaging an astounding nearly 40% of his points as a Warrior from the free throw line. And it's not like he's not producing points, averaging 17.3 points per game. Now, that's with a sample size of at least 20 games played. But as a Warrior, Jimmy Butler getting 38% of his points from the free throw line. Now, I can say, at least with Jimmy, his foul grifting ways are oftentimes more skill-based than some of the more shameful things that we've seen in the past. Jimmy is a master of the pump fake. He gets defenders into the air. But to show how big the margin is, James Harden, who is known throughout his career as one of the biggest, most offensive floppers in the NBA, who took foul grifting to a new and shameless level, gets just under 29% of his points from free throws. Jimmy Butler is number one by a wide margin in the percentage of his points that come from the free throw line. And that would not change if he were still on the Miami Heat. When he was with the Heat, 30% of his points came from the free throw line, which still would put him number one. But why is he now, by such a big margin, the leader in points coming from free throws? Well, simply, Jimmy Butler is now on a team where defenses are already warped out of shape trying to deal with Steph Curry. And so that's allowing him to attack off-balance defenders. Again, he's the master of the pump fake, gets guys in the air when they're out of position, and he gets himself to the free throw line. So maybe it's not a surprise that he's actually getting to the line even more now that he's a Golden State Warrior. But nonetheless, it has shifted so much for this Warriors team, Jimmy Butler's ability to get to the free throw line. And yet when we talk about the biggest foul drawers in the NBA, it's Embiid, it's Reeves, it's Trae Young, it's James Harden. It's all these guys that people think of. It's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and not Jimmy Butler. But watch the difference that it's actually made for the Golden State Warriors, because this is absolutely insane. The Golden State Warriors for years have been a low free throw attempt team per game. Why is that? Well, they're a jump shooting team. They take a lot of three-point attempts, and so they don't tend to get to the free throw line nearly as much. And it was always a point of contention, a big talking point when they would play the Lakers. Lakers, Warriors, the Lakers were a team, got the ball in the paint a lot, and so they would go to the free throw line a lot. And so there'd be a big difference between the Lakers free throw attempts and the Warriors free throw attempts. Warriors fans will tell you that there were some shenanigans going on there. I think it's a stylistic thing, but again, I'm going to be biased in all that. Regardless, though, the Warriors this season, pre-All-Star break, so pre-Jimmy Butler, the Warriors were 23rd in the NBA in free throw attempts per game, which year in, year out, that tends to be about where they land. Bottom third in the NBA in free throw attempts per game. However, watch the Jimmy Butler effect. Check this out. Post All-Star, the Golden State Warriors Third in the NBA from 23 to 3. The Golden State Warriors are now getting to the free throw line at a higher rate than the Lakers. We look at the success of the Warriors post All-Star break. They're 19-6. You look at their win percentage, third in the NBA, right up there with Boston, with OKC. A big piece of their rise, it is not just Jimmy Butler, his ability to score the basketball. It is not Draymond Green is taking his defense to another level. It is they are getting to the free throw line, and it's changing so much of what this Warriors team is capable of doing. Again, they went from a bottom third team to top 3 in the NBA in free throw attempts per game, thanks to Jimmy Butler and his foul drawing ways. Now, we can also say Jimmy Butler has influenced the Warriors' ability to have a secondary creator out on the floor and all of that. Like it is more than just free throws, certainly, the defensive identity that they now have. But check out the point difference. Pre-All-Star break, the Golden State Warriors, just in points per game, a raw stat, points per game, 19th in the NBA, 111 points per game. Post-All-Star, now that they've got Jimmy Butler on the team and they're getting to the free throw line so much, post-All-Star, 10th in the NBA. They went from 111 points per game to 118 points per game. Now, again, Jimmy's doing more for the Golden State Warriors than just that. When we take a look at their defensive rating, that certainly matters as well. We look at pre-All-Star break defensive rating for the Golden State Warriors. There they are. Pretty good. 9th. Post-All-Star break, though, Golden State Warriors, where are they? 3rd in the NBA in defensive rating. Their offensive rating, of course, is going to be up there as well. 6th in the NBA post-All-Star, pre-All-Star, the Golden State Warriors. Where do we got to go to find them? 17th in the NBA. So Jimmy's arrival has made a big, big difference. But the biggest area where things have changed for Golden State is it's flipped a weakness for the Warriors into a strength simply on Jimmy's ability to get to the free throw line over and over and over again. He's able to get defenders out of position, and he is the one who by far, again, it is not close, benefits the most from the whistle in the NBA. Once again, nearly 40% of Jimmy Butler's points as a Golden State Warrior come from the free throw line. We will see if that holds up in the playoffs, but right now, the Warriors, they're pushing for playoff seeding in the Western Conference. They are one of the hottest teams in the NBA, and the reason why everybody wants to focus on, it's just Jimmy, it's just the defense, it's the ability to lock in, it's the mindset. Jimmy's got that dog in him, right? That's the talk around the NBA right now. It is not just that. It is those things, but it's also that he's taken this Warriors team by being the number one guy in the NBA to benefit from free throws. He's taken them from being a bad free throw attempt per game team to being one of the very best in the NBA. So when people talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they talk about Austin Reeves, they talk about Trae Young, they talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, they talk about James Harden, they talk about all of these guys, don't forget, it's Jimmy Butler for the Golden State Warriors that gets the most percentage of his point total from the free throw line. And that was a surprise to me. Maybe it was a surprise to you as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, what this has done for the Golden State Warriors and Jimmy Butler's, his ability to get to the free throw line. Our team's going to be able to mitigate that come playoff time, or the Warriors going to shoot free throws all the way to the NBA Finals? Give me your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe right here to the channel, everybody. Till next time, see ya and stay safe.